Namaste everyone. My name is Shraddha Joshi and on behalf of Cultural Committee of HUMSUP, I would like to warmly welcome you all to Basant Bahar 2026. This year's theme is Dharma, a spiritual awakening. Through this production, we bring to life the stories of two remarkable figures who lived the values of Dharma or righteousness. Swami Vivekananda, who addressed the World Parliament of Religions in Chicago in 1893, inspired people around the world and introduced Indian philosophy and yoga to the West. Nearly a century earlier, Queen Ahilyabai Holkar ruled with compassion and justice, creating a kingdom rooted in service to her people. Their lives continue to inspire generations even today. We are very proud of our choreographers Govardhini Babu and Nishchita Shetty, who have worked tirelessly with members of our community over past few months to bring this story to the stage. Through music, dance, and storytelling, they will take you on a journey into past that still inspires us today. Thank you once again for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the show. Now I call upon the MC for the day, Sampurna Srivastava.
Good afternoon everyone and welcome to Basant Bahar 2026. I'm Sampurna Srivastava and I'm honored to be your MC today. I would like to thank our prime sponsor, Mr. Himanshu Shah from Marius Pharmaceuticals and Town of Kerry for the continuous and ongoing support. Before we begin the performances, I would like to invite the President of HUMSUP, Mrs. Usha Shankarji, to kindly share a few words with us.
Namaste everyone, a warm welcome to all from HUMSUP. As we kick off the first event of 2026, we look back with great satisfaction on a successful milestone year in 2025, where we marked 25 years of bringing communities together in shared celebrations. With the baton passing on to a new team, we look forward to building on the immense gains of the past 25 years and steering this organization to reach even greater heights. Today's Basant Bahar presentation is of two iconic individuals from India who embodied the spirit of Dharma, which broadly means righteousness. When Swami Vivekananda spoke at the World Parliament of Religions back in 1893, he captured the essence of India as a land that speaks the language of acceptance and nurtures a spirit of forbearance. He gave fullest expression to the age-old Sanskrit saying, Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. That is, the truth is one. The wise speak of it in many ways. No wonder then that India is home to no fewer than 8 major religions: Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, Zoroastrianism, and Judaism. His clarion call of arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached galvanized a moribund population, its spirit crushed under the weight of colonialism. It is indeed fortuitous that today, on International Women's Day, we should be celebrating the life of a queen who appeared on the horizons nearly a century after Swami Vivekananda. She ruled with courage and compassion, and hers was a feminism that was not clothed in stereotypes or shouted from rooftops. Instead, it was gentle, steadfast, and uncompromising. The lives of these individuals carry a message that resonates around the world even today. The upcoming months will be a busy time at HUMSUP, with Apex Holi around the corner and the HUMSUP Leadership Summit in May. This summit is a first for us and aims to add to our existing youth initiatives, the Hamsab Youth Achievement Award and the Youth Ambassador Program. It is open to youth from all ethnicities and offers an opportunity for youngsters to see how they can hone their leadership skills by engaging in the cultural space. They can also learn about the Youth Award that comes with attractive cash prizes. For more information, do check out the flyers we have kept in the lobby, or you can also go to our website at hamsab.net. Come October, it will be time for our flagship event, Carry Diwali, with all of the features that make it a Carry favorite and some new ones. It is indeed fitting that in 2025, Diwali, or Deepavali as it's known in certain parts of India, was officially inscribed on the UNESCO representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity, said Mr. Ernesto Oteni Ramirez, Assistant Director General for Culture at UNESCO, and I quote, "The inscription of Deepavali recognizes a living tradition that brings communities together and celebrates the universal values of light, hope, and solidarity. We are immensely proud at Hamsab of our modest efforts to keep this living tradition alive. We have also been making concerted efforts to strengthen outreach into neighboring towns with the growing Indian diaspora and will continue to build on this momentum. The special events that we hosted in 2025, including an exhibition at the state capitol called A Place We Call Home, gave a fillip to these efforts, and we are committed to leveraging this. I encourage all of you to stay till the end of the program today and hope you will walk away from this experience with something that will stay with you for a long time. I now invite Carrie Mayor Harold Weinreich to the stage to share his remarks, followed by Ms. Parul Shah. The Shah family has been a long-time mentor and benefactor of Hamsab, and we are very grateful for your support. Thank you.
Welcome everyone to the Carey Art Center and Basant Bahar as we welcome in spring. It's that time of year which makes me very happy. My favorite season is a time of renewal, hope, and it's time to bring the community together, which we have a good presence here today. And it's a time to celebrate the beauty of new beginnings, which we're going to do this afternoon. Carey is a very diverse community. We're very proud of that. We represent over 60 nationalities here in Carey, and our strength comes from embracing the many cultures and traditions and perspectives that our residents have to offer. And Basant Bahar is a wonderful reflection of that spirit, celebrating through music and dance and storytelling, color, community, all of it is pretty amazing. And it's events like this that give us the opportunity, give us, meaning all of us, the opportunity to share culture, but also to learn from one another and build the connections. And that's what makes Carey such a special place. Today's performances showcase incredible talent and dedication from the artists, the organizers, and the community members who work so hard to make this happen. And you have to give a special thanks to Hamsab for all they do throughout the year, and especially right now to put this event on. Thanks to Hamsab for making this happen today. And I also want to thank everyone for being here. Because being at a place at this time, experiencing what we're going to experience today, is what makes Carey Carey. Happy Basant Bahar and welcome to spring, everyone.
Good afternoon. Happy International Women's Day. There's an old African proverb,
If you think you're too small to make a difference, try spending the night in a closed room with a mosquito. Today's show features two people who didn't believe they were too small to make a change in the world. They came from different backgrounds, different centuries, and they were of different genders. But they both made an impact in their time, and they left legacies from which we still benefit today. Hamsa began with a simple idea, and here we are over a quarter century later. We have all contributed to help it grow, and we are all benefiting from that modest start. And look at everything that has been achieved so far. Himanshu and I are proud to have been part of this journey so far, and we wish Hamsa and everyone here another successful year bringing everyone together and celebrating our vast culture. Thank you.
Nritya Kshetra proudly presents Awakening India, an ode to Swami Vivekananda. This is a Bharatanatyam theatrical production honoring one of India's greatest spiritual visionaries, Swami Vivekananda. A monk, a reformer, and a powerful messenger of Vedanta, Swami Vivekananda awakened the world to the depth and richness of Indian philosophy. His life embodied strength, fearlessness, compassion, and an unwavering belief in the divinity within every human being. Through movement, expression, and rhythm, today's performance brings alight his timeless message of unity, courage, and inner power. This is not merely a retelling of history, but a celebration of his enduring call to humanity. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. As we begin, we invite you to open your hearts to the spirit of Vivekananda, his wisdom, his strength, and his boundless compassion. Please put your hands together to welcome Govardhini, Babu, and team.
one of India's greatest spiritual leaders and visionaries whose life was a radiant blend of strength, compassion, fearlessness, and deep spiritual insight. More than a monk, he was a messenger of Vedanta, a tireless advocate for humanity, and a force who awakened the world to the richness of Indian thought. Each movement, expression, and rhythm in today's presentation will reflect the essence of his teachings: strength, fearlessness, unity, and the divinity within every being. This performance is not just a retelling of history, it is a reminder of his timeless call: arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Swami Vivekananda was born in 1863 as Narendranath Datta in a Bengali household. He was interested in spirituality from a very young age but was unable to channelize his thoughts. He went on asking many scholars if they had seen God, but none of their answers were satisfied to him. When he finally met Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa in 1881, the meeting proved to be a turning point in his life. Not only did Ramakrishna convince the 18-year-old Narendranath on the existence of God, but he also led him in the path of spirituality.
বিদেশির বেশে ভ্রম কেন কারণে মন চলনি জনিকে তনে মন চলনি জনিকে তনে বিষয় পঞ্চক আর ভূতগণ সবতর পর কেহ নয় আপন পর প্রেমে কেন হয়ে আছে তন ভুলিছে আপন জানে মন চলনি জনিকে তনে মন চলনি জনিকে তনে সত্য পথে মন করো আরোহণ প্রেমের আলো জানি চলো মুখন সঙ্গেতে সম্বল রাখো পুণ্য ধন গোপনে অতি যতনে লোভ মোহ আদি পথে দস্যুগণ পথিকের তরে সর্বসমোষণ পরম যতনে রাখরে প্রহরী সমদম দুই জানে মন চলনি জনিকে তনে মন চলনি জনিকে তনে সাধু সঙ্গ নামে আছে পান্থধাম শ্রান্ত হলে তথায় করিবে বিশ্রাম পথভ্রান্ত হলে শুধাইবে পথ সে পান্থ নিবাসী জানে হে ভয়ের আগার প্রাণপণে দিও দোহাই রাজার, সে পথে রাজার প্রবল প্রতাপ সমন ডরে যার, শাসনে মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে, মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে। সংসার বিদেশে বিদেশির বেশে ভ্রম কেন কারণে, মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে, মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে।
After being enlightened by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Narendranath entered the Kali temple at Dakshineshwar. Unlike his previous visits, where he saw a mere statue, this time he saw the Devi come to life and he experienced the existence of universal consciousness.
नंदिनी नंदित मेदिनी विश्व विनोदिनी नंदनुते, गिरिवर विद्य किरोधिनी वासिनी विष्णु विलासिनी जिष्णुनुते, भगवती हेशिति कंठ कुटुंबिनी भूरि कुटुंबिनी भूरि कृते, जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनी रम्य कवर्दिनी शैलसुते, रम्य कवर्दिनी शैलसुते, रम्य कवर्दिनी शैलसुते। सत्सी सकसी सत्सी सक सरगड़ सक सत्सी सकसी सत्सी सक सरगड़ सत्सी सकसी सत्सी सक सरगड़ सक सत्सी सकसी सत्सी सक सरगड़ सक किन्नम दर्दि किट्ट सक सक तताम ताम किन्नम दर्दि किट्ट दीन दीन कुन्नम नम सक किन्नम दर्दि किट्ट सक सक तताम ताम किन्नम दर्दि किट्ट दीन दीन कुन्नम नम सक किन्नम दर्दि किट्ट सक सरगड़ सक ताम ताम किन्नम दर्दि किट्ट दीन सरगड़ सक नम नम सक सरगड़ सक ताम ताम सरगड़ सक दीन दीन सक सरगड़ सक सरगड़ सक सरगड़ सक सरगड़ सक को दिक किट्ट सक 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 तताम ताम को दिक किट्ट सक दीन दीन कुन्नम नम सक किट्ट सक दर्दि किट्ट तताम ताम को दिक किट्ट सक दीन दीन कुन्नम नम सक सरगड़ सक ताम ताम को सरगड़ सक दीन दीन सक सरगड़ सक दिक सरगड़ सक सरगड़ सक दिक सरगड़ सक को दिक किट्ट सक दर्दि किट्ट तताम ताम को दिक किट्ट सक दीन दीन कुन्नम नम तो किट्ट तुल्लैय नंदाद तोलाद काड़ी कुट जगने कुटिगने तो किट्ट तुल्लैय नंदाद तोलाद काड़ी कुट जगने कुटिगने को दिक किट्ट सक दर्दि किट्ट तताम ताम दिक किट्ट सक दीन दीन कुन्नम नम सक किन्नम दर्दि किट्ट सक सक तताम ताम किन्नम दर्दि किट्ट दीन दीन कुन्नम नम सक सरगड़ सक ताम ताम दिक सरगड़ सक दीन दीन सक सरगड़ सक दिक सरगड़ सक सरगड़ सक दिक सरगड़ सक वीरंद्रिय पतंजलि व्याघ्रमर मेंडवे नंदि तत्तोम यन नारद पाडवे वीरंद्रिय पतंजलि व्याघ्रमर मेंडवे नंदि तत्तोम यन नारद पाडवे चंदिरन सूर्यन बंदम पजंदिड भरत पगयु तत्ताड़ पगया कबे चंदिरन सूर्यन बंदम पजंदिड भरत पगयु तत्ताड़ पगया कबे दिमित 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 काम काम दिमित 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 काम काम शेषनुड कंडाड मानवर கொண்டாட இல்லை மன்றாடிய திருநிலை கவுக்கும் சேஷனுடன் தண்டாட மாணவர் இல்லை மன்றாடிய திருநிலை கவுப்பம் தாம் தட்டித்த தட்டு தட்டித்த தோம் தட்டித்த நம் தட்டித்த தாம் தட்டித்த தக்க தட்டித்த தக்க தட்டித்த தாம் தாம் தக்க தரகடதகதாம் தாம் தக்க தரகடதகதீம் தீம் தோம் தட்டித்த தட்டு தட்டித்த தோம் கத்த தோம் தக்க தரகடதகதாம் தாம் தக்க தரகடதகதீம் தீம் தோம் 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 கிட்ட தோம் या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमो नमः नमो नमः
Beloved Guru, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, in 1886, Narendranath took monastic vows and started leading an ascetic life. He traveled across India for 5 years and acquainted himself with diverse religious traditions and social patterns of the country. On his journey as a wandering monk, he visited Raja Ajit Singh of Khetri in Rajasthan in 1891 and emphasized the fact that the only way a ruler can serve God is by serving his own people. Being impressed with Narendranath's wisdom, Raja Ajit Singh conferred on him the title Vivekananda, which means the bliss of discerning wisdom.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे पर दुखे उपकार करे तो मन अभिमान आने रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे सकल लोक सगुने वंदे निंदा रे मन निश्चल राखे धन धन जननी तेरी रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे समदृष्टि ने कृष्णा त्यागी पर श्री असत्य न बोले पर धन नव झाले हाथ रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे माया व्यापेन हि जेने दृढवैराग्य जेना मनमारे राम नाम जो काढी लागी सकळ तीरथ तेना तणवारे वैष्णव जन को तेनी कहिए जे रीड पराई जाने रे वनलोभीने कपट रहित चे काम क्रोध निवार्या रे बड़ी नरसंयोगेनु दर्शन करता कुळये को देताया रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जानी रे
Swami Vivekananda continued his travel across India and developed a deep sympathy for poverty and suffering of people. In 1892, he reached Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu, which is the southernmost tip of India. He swam across the ocean and meditated on a rock for 3 days, where he got his iconic vision of one India that made him realize that the nation's strength lied in its deep cultural roots. Having discovered a mission for reviving India, Swami Vivekananda decided to represent Hinduism at the Parliament of Religions at Chicago in 1893. His iconic speech that began with the words, "Sisters and Brothers of America," caught the audience's attention immediately, which received him a 2-minute standing ovation. He not only introduced the high values of Hinduism to the Western world, but also promoted religious acceptance while vehemently criticizing bigotry and fanaticism.
Sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you in the name of the Mother of Religions, and I thank you in the name of millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. My thanks also to some of the speakers on this platform who, referring to the delegates from the Orient, have told you that these men from far-off nations may well claim the honor of bearing to different lands the idea of toleration. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I am proud to tell you that we have gathered in our bosom the purest remnant of the Israelites who came to southern India and took refuge with us in the very year in which their holy temple was shattered to pieces by Roman tyranny. I am proud to belong to the religion which has sheltered and is still fostering the remnant of the grand Zoroastrian nation. I will quote to you, brethren, a few lines from a hymn which I remember to have repeated from my earliest boyhood, which is every day repeated by millions of human beings. As the different streams having their sources in different paths, which men take through different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to thee. The present convention, which is the most august assemblies ever held, is in itself a vindication, a declaration to the world of the wonderful doctrine preached in the Gita. Whoever comes to me through whatsoever form, I reach him. All men are struggling through paths which in the end lead to me. Sectarianism, bigotry, and its horrible descendant fanaticism have long possessed this beautiful earth. They have filled the earth with violence, drenched it often and often with human blood, destroyed civilization, and sent whole nations to despair. Had it not been for these horrible demons, human society would be far more advanced than it is now. But the time has come, and I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in honor of this convention may be the death knell of all fanaticism, of all persecutions with the sword or with the pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between persons wending their way to the same goal. If the Parliament of Religions has shown anything to the world, it is this. It has proved to the world that holiness, purity, and charity are not the exclusive possessions of any church in the world, and that every system has produced men and women of the most exalted character. In the face of this evidence, if anybody dreams of the exclusive survival of his own religion and the destruction of others, I pity him from the bottom of my heart and point out to him that upon the banner of every religion will soon be written, in spite of resistance, help and not fight, assimilation and not destruction, harmony and peace and not dissension.
In 1897, Swami Vivekananda founded the Ramakrishna Mission to promote the teachings of his guru, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Having introduced Vedanta at the Parliament of Religions, Swami Vivekananda went on to introducing yoga to the Western world through Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. He presented yoga as a scientific and philosophical system for self-improvement, making it accessible and appealing to the Western audiences. Swami Vivekananda presented yoga as a holistic system for mastering the mind by emphasizing concentration or dharana, meditation, dhyana, and universal consciousness, samadhi. He insisted that practicing asanas and meditation will allow the opening of chakras or energy centers in the body, thereby bridging Eastern spirituality with modern scientific understanding. Root chakra or Mooladhara. It denotes energy and vitality. or Swadhisthana. It denotes sensuality and warmth. Chakra or Manipura. It denotes brightness and joy. Chakra or Anahata. It denotes compassion and beauty. Or Vishuddha. It denotes truth and communication. It denotes knowledge and consciousness. Sahasra. It denotes spirituality and enlightenment. Swami Vivekananda attained Mahasamadhi, the final conscious departure from the body. His core principles, such as cultivating inner strength and service to humanity as a form of worship, remain an eternal inspiration for youth.
So after this, we'll be taking a short break, 15 minutes. It is available for purchase in M10. Please be mindful.
They will all come and stand here, and you will be able to see the people behind all these shows, what you saw in the first half today, what you're going to see now, and for the rest of the year. They're all in charge of different committees in Hamsa. We work through different committees. We've got the cultural committee, professional, exhibition, vendor, marketing, and so on. And all our volunteers, they spend countless hours. So I will just wait for them to come onto the stage, and then I'll do a quick introduction. Meanwhile, please, take your seats. And if you're planning to, I think that announcement has been made that if you're planning to leave the auditorium, then you have to hand over your tickets at that exit door. So, Hamsa team, can I have you all on the stage, please, now? So I'm happy to introduce the executive team first. Vice President Rajesh Kolapudi, you can just. Treasurer Prateek Nanavati, Secretary Ekta Bhatia, and now we have the Board of Directors. We have Nishant Munjal, Hema Pandey, Alka Sinha, Harjeet Kaur, Shraddha Joshi, Manisha Kalyankar, Sampurna Srivastav, Sandeep Sharma, Dipendra Lamichhane, Prakash Kunj, and Anand Narayanan. We also have 5 youth ambassadors with us this year, and they are Apar Bajaj. I think he's not here now, but he's part of the youth ambassador team. Janvi Patil, Ahana Satija, Rishi Shankaran, and Ishan Kancharla. And the booklet that you see in your hands today have been put together by Janvi. So another round of applause for her. She's done a good job, and this is what our youth ambassadors do. We involve them in the operational side of things, and this is a 2-year program that they serve on the Hamsa board, and this is the kind of stuff they do. So if you see cool Insta reels and interesting little younger stuff, you know that there's a youth ambassador behind it. Thank you.
Moving forward to our next production, Kala Mandala proudly presents Ahilyabai, the saintly queen of Malwa, a Bharatanatyam dance theatre production honoring the extraordinary life of Ahilyabai Holkar. Set in the historic land of Malwa, this production traces Ahilyabai's inspiring journey from a young woman shaped by personal loss and adversity to a visionary ruler remembered for her wisdom, compassion, and unwavering devotion to Lord Shiva. Through expressive movement, powerful abhinaya, and rhythmic storytelling, we witness her resilience, humility, and deep commitment to justice and service. She ruled not with pride, but with purpose, guided by faith, dharma, and a profound sense of responsibility toward her people. Her legacy endures as a rare blend of strength and spirituality, a saint in a queen's crown, and a timeless symbol of righteous leadership. Please put your hands together and welcome Nishita and team.
story before I sleep, not a fairy tale about a real queen.
A real queen? Then listen carefully, my child, to the story of Rani Ahilyabai Holkar. She was not born in a palace, not wrapped in silk and jewel. She was born in a small, humble village, a place much like ours. And yet, she became one of the greatest rulers India has ever known.
Really? So she was a village girl like me?
Yes, just like you. Curious, kind, stubborn at times, and full of big dreams. Ahilya's story isn't just about palaces and battles. It's about Dharma, doing what is right even when it is hard. She ruled with justice, protected her people, and built hundreds of temples and dharamshalas all across India.
Hundreds? Why did she build 100 temples?
Because to her, devotion was not just prayer, it was service, feeding people, sheltering travelers, caring for the weak. Every temple she built was her way of bringing light into the world.
Wow, Nani. I can't wait to hear more about her story.
Her strength came from her heart, her values, and her determination. That's the true power of a ruler.
I want to grow up to be strong like her, or at least someone who helps people.
And that, my child, is exactly what makes a queen. Ahilya was born to humble parents, Mankoji Shinde and Sitabai. Even as a child, she was filled with kindness and devotion. Now close your eyes and imagine a village called Chondi, with fields of golden wheat swaying in the wind, the early morning temple bells ringing softly, children running barefoot, and a little girl named Ahilya playing with her friends. Ahilya lived a simple life and found joy in helping her mother, serving food to travelers. She loved dancing and playing with her friends and being surrounded by the people she cherished.
रस्त्यात खेळूया सारे, हातात फुलं झाडाखाली वारे, पाण्याचा घागर झुळझुळू गाणं, कधी पाऊस कधी ऊन खेळ वाढू जाणं, भोळ्या भोळ्या शिवशंकर
devotee of Lord Shiva. She never missed a day of prayer. One day, Malhara Holkar, a noble general, passed through her village. He saw the little girl praying with deep devotion. Impressed by her purity and wisdom, he said to her father, "This child is born to do great things."
Namaskar. Who is this young girl praying at the temple gates with such devotion?
That is Ahilya, daughter of Mankoji Shinde. Her devotion to Lord Shiva is unmatched and her heart is pure. Har Har Mahadev.
Such purity and grace. The gods themselves seem to smile upon her. She reminds me that true nobility lies not in wealth, but in virtue. I want her to marry my son.
Impressed by her simplicity and strength, Malhara invited her father to his home in Malwa, where Ahilya was married to his son Khandera Holkar in 1733. She married the young prince of Indore and thus started a new chapter in her life. From the quiet rhythm of her village, Ahilya stepped into the grandeur of Holkar Palace. At first, she felt the weight of the palace walls, the echo of rules, the burden of expectations. Yet, Ahilya's heart remained rooted in simplicity. The people of the kingdom watched her with awe. She walked amongst them, speaking gently and listening to their worries.
Dim. Takadim. Takadim natim. Tatim kinato. Tatim kinato. Tatim kinato.
She was not just a queen in silk and jewel. She was a mother of the land. She opened her heart to all. To the poor, she gave food. To the sick, medicine. To those in pain, comfort. She joined the women at the temple, prayed with them, and shared their joys and sorrows. Slowly, the city of Indore began to change under her gentle presence. The palace that once shimmered only with gold now glowed with compassion. The people began to say, Ahilyabai is not just our queen, she is our light. For Ahilya, love blossomed, not just for her husband, but for the land and the people who now called her Rani Ma. She soon bore a son and a daughter.
Ahilya, my daughter. I have lost a son today, but I will not lose a daughter too. If you choose the fire, who will guide our people? Who will protect this land he loved? Your husband's spirit lies in every breath of this kingdom. If you truly love him, honor him. Honor him not with death but with life. Rise, Ahilya. Rule as he would have ruled. Serve as he would have served.
And in that moment, the flames of sorrow became the fire of courage. Ahilya chose life not for herself, but for her people. From the ashes of grief rose the queen who would be remembered for centuries, Rani Ahilyabai Holkar. In time, joy returned to her heart. Under the wise eyes of her father-in-law, Malhar Rao Holkar, Ahilya found a new purpose. He saw not just a widow, but a warrior, a woman with strength of 10 men and heart of a mother. He taught her the art of governance and the science of war. He placed the bow in her hands and she learned archery with grace. Under his guidance, she learned to lead armies, to command respect with compassion.
Wow, a lady in charge of the men in an army?
Commander, our spies bring grave news. The neighboring kingdom plans to attack at sunrise, 1 fortnight from now. We must prepare, calmly, wisely, and without fear. Ensure our soldiers are ready. Revise the battle formations, strengthen our defenses, and train them to protect one another above all else. Our purpose is not destruction, but the safety of our people and our land. And as they train, let them remember that our strength does not rise from weapons alone. It comes from faith, from Lord Shiva's courage and Mother Shakti's divine power within us. Har Har Mahadev!
வீரம் விளைந்த நல் பூமியடா வீரம் விளைந்த நல் பூமியடா தன்மானம் காத்த வீரரடா வீரம் விளைந்த நல் பூமியடா தன்மானம் காத்த வீரரடா வீழும் போதும் மார்பினில் பூவேரும் தாங்கும் வீரரடா வீழும் போதும் மார்பினில் பூவேரும் தாங்கும் வீரரடா வீரம் விளைந்த நல் பூமியடா தன்மானம் காத்த வீரரடா வீழும் போதும் மார்பினில் பூவேரும் தாங்கும் வீரரடா
உழைப்பால் குடிக்கும் குழந்தை மனத்தில் விதைப்பால் தமிழ் அன்னை வீரம்
உழைப்பால் குடிக்கும் குழந்தை மனத்தில் விதைப்பாள் தமிழ் அன்னை வீரம் உழைப்பால் குடிக்கும் குழந்தை மனத்தில் விதைப்பாள் தமிழ் அன்னை வீரம்
புறத்தால் விரட்டின் கரத்தால் பிடிப்பாள் பயத்தாலே வேங்கையும் ஓடும்
முரத்தால் விரட்டி கரத்தால் பிடிப்பாள் பயத்தாலே வேங்கையும் ஓடும் முரத்தால் விரட்டி கரத்தால் பிடிப்பாள் பயத்தாலே வேங்கையும் ஓடும் பயத்தாலே வேங்கையும் ஓடும் பயத்தாலே வேங்கையும் ஓடும்
வீரம் வீரம்
இதுதானே உண்மையில் வீரம் இதுதானே உலகிலே வீரம்
But fate was not done testing her. Her beloved father-in-law soon passed on, and in time, tragedy struck again. Her son, Marira, too left this world. Loss upon loss could have broken her spirit, but Ahilya did not crumble. She rose again, carrying both sorrow and strength, and thus began her true reign as mother of her people, as the ruler who would bring justice, prosperity, and peace to her land. Years passed, and Queen Ahilya's reign became a golden age of peace for Malwa kingdom. She built wells and shelters for the poor, opened schools for the children, and ensured justice for all. She ruled from her heart. To the poor, she was a protector. To the wise, she was a disciple. She ruled not as a queen seeking power, but as a devotee serving her Lord. The looms of Maheshwar came alive with artistry and purpose. She invited skilled weaver to her capital and encouraged delicate designs, giving birth to Maheshwari saris, known for its lightweight textures, fine silk cotton blend, reversible borders and motifs inspired by architectural carvings of Maheshwar fort and temple patterns. To this day, Maheshwari silk carries her legacy, threads of elegance, resilience, and royal vision woven into every sari.
Ma, news has come from all corners of Bharat. In Kashi, the restoration of Vishwanath temple nears completion. The ghats will soon glow again with 1,000 lamps. In Somnath, the temple stands proud once more. In Gaya, the shrines of ancestors are ready and pilgrims have already begun to arrive. And in Rameswaram and Dwarka, jewels, lamps, and rituals have been restored in your name.
Every temple rebuilt is not just stone, it is a prayer reborn. May Lord Shiva's grace flow through every sacred place. Let the world see that faith, even if broken, can always rise again. Har Har Mahadev!
Mom, the new wells across the eastern and southern villages are complete, and the new roads have made it easier for farmers like us to bring grains to the markets.
Water and food are life. May these wells never run dry. Roads and wells are not just structures, they are the heartbeat of a flourishing land.
Rajmata, the new Maheshwari saris you envisioned are ready. They are woven from a blend of silk and cotton, lightweight, strong in person and soft to the touch. We wove them for the queens, pilgrims, and every woman who carries dignity in her heart.
Beautiful. A sari must be like a good ruler, strong in purpose but soft to touch. Let these saris travel across Bharat, carrying the name of Maheshwar with pride.
Rajmata, the shelter you built saved our family during the floods. We have no roof, no food, no hope until your people took us in. And Rajmata, the schools you opened are filled with children. Even my grandson now goes to learn. They are reading, writing, and dreaming because of you.
This kingdom is your home. And as long as I live, no mother or child shall stand without shelter. And every child who enters a school shall walk towards light, not darkness. Har Har Mahadev! Today, my heart is content, and I'm remembering my father-in-law. Had he been here, he would have been so happy. Justice has been served in the courts, the hungry have been fed, the homeless sheltered. and the children taught. I could not be happier. Oh Lord Shiva, I was once a child with dreams, then a wife with love, then a queen with duty. But above all, I am your servant. And may my hands continue to serve you until my last breath.
Wow, Nani, what an amazing story. She was such a strong and loved queen.
Yes, my dear. Ahilyabai life was more than a queen's story. It was soul's journey on path of Dharma. Her power was never for conquest, but for service. Even after losing her husband, son, and father-in-law, she stood unbroken, embodying strength without attachment. She believed moral courage outweighed war, and that compassion was stronger than sword. Her legacy is one of peace. She is remembered as a saint in a queen's crown, the enduring light of Dharma.
Nishita and team. This was really mesmerizing. As we gently draw closer to the end of this wonderful evening, it has been my absolute pleasure being your MC tonight. And before I take your leave, I would like to call upon stage Hamsap's Vice President, Rajesh Kolapuri, to kindly give the vote of thanks.
I'll try to keep this quick. Okay. Thank you everyone for being here and making this event a wonderful success. At this point, I would like to thank all the Kerry Arts Center tech team, Raz, Sean, Broadbin, Brandon, Iris, and everyone that helped us here. I would like to extend thanks to our special volunteers. We have Ahan here who is doing the videography, Vandana and Meena ji who made sure that all the video and the lighting and everything goes well according to the plan. I also want to thank Christine who has been taking wonderful pictures for us here. She has been here for the past 2 days. Special thanks to all the volunteers. If I forgot to mention anyone, I'm sorry. But thank you everyone for being here. Safe flight.